Now on 767 News, Dominica joins Venezuela in celebrating 205 years of independence. All girls secondary schools dominate at the National Schools Arts Festival, and Team Trinidad claims victory at Nature Island Challenge for the second consecutive year. Welcome everyone, I'm Alicia George and you're tuned into Dominica's #1 news source, 767 News. Join me for the latest stories and developments happening across the island after this break.
Introducing the Ashley Collection at Quartz. Quartz has joined with Ashley Furniture, the #1 selling home furnishings brand in America, to bring you the most extraordinary furniture selection at unbeatable prices. It's now easier than ever before to find that perfect furniture piece for your home. And what's more, you can add that special touch with the right accent piece from our range of designer accessories from Ashley. Create the perfect look for your home with the Ashley Collection at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home. Visit the new Ashley Gallery at our Roseau store.
Welcome back, everyone. In tonight's newscast, the customary wreath-laying ceremony to mark the 205th anniversary of the death of Simon Bolivar, the liberator of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, took place at the Simon Bolivar Square in Goodwill on Saturday. The Simon Bolivar Square, named in honor of the liberator, celebrates the man who led Venezuela, Colombia, Panama, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia to independence from the Spanish Empire and dramatically changed the political landscape of South America. Venezuela was declared independent following a coup on April 19, 1810. The laying of the wreath began with Henry Blanco, general manager of Petrocaribe Dominica Limited, followed by dignitaries from Venezuela, Cuba, China, and Dominica. Venezuelan Councillor Edixio Churrero, in his address, spoke on present-day pressures on Venezuela by the international community, particularly in the United States. He dismissed U.S. President Barack Obama's recommendation for Caribbean countries to break dependence on Venezuela for energy at the latest CARICOM summit by reminding Dominicans of the development that Venezuela, through Petrocaribe, has made on the island.
But we can see now that Venezuela,
con la llegada de nuestro comandante Hugo Rafael Chávez Frías,
since the arrival of Commander Hugo Chavez,
una de las cosas que hizo primeramente
one of the first things that he did
fue conversar con el primer ministro Robert Skerry
was to speak with Prime Minister Robert Skerry
para instalar aquí Petrocaribe.
to install here Petrocaribe.
Aquí tenemos al gerente por Venezuela de Petrocaribe.
We have here the direct manager of Venezuela from Petrocaribe from Venezuela.
Tenemos un gerente de Dominican Petrocaribe.
We have a manager from Dominica here in Petrocaribe.
Eso se llama aliados.
This means alliance.
Entendiéndose como aliados,
Understanding themselves as alliance,
la unión de dos o más países
the unity of two or more countries,
en emprender
to begin
negocios justos,
fair businesses,
complementariedad,
complementary,
cambio de tecnología,
change of technology,
cosa que no sucede con los Estados Unidos.
thing that does not happen with the United States.
Trujillo explained that the only way Venezuela could be a threat to the United States is through education.
It is also good to refer
Que la misma organización, la UNESCO,
that the same organization, UNESCO,
declaró
declared
que Venezuela
that Venezuela
es el segundo país de Latinoamérica y del Caribe
is the second country in Latin America and the Caribbean,
el segundo país
the second country
con matrícula universitaria
with university inscriptions
después de Cuba,
after Cuba,
y el quinto país
and the fifth country
en el mundo
in the world
en matrícula universitaria.
in university registrations.
Creo que no podemos ser una amenaza para los
I don't
Estados
think
Unidos.
so we can be a threat for the United States.
Bueno, entendemos que puede ser una amenaza para los Estados Unidos
We think that we can be a threat for the United States,
que nuestro pueblo esté educado.
that our country is educated.
The Petro-Caribe arrangement afforded Caribbean countries the luxury of a payment part loan scheme when oil and gas prices skyrocketed and became damaging during the global financial crisis. Only Venezuela came to the rescue of many Caribbean countries through the part payment part loan scheme of Petro-Caribe. Without that scheme, the economies of many would have collapsed. In more news, the St. Martin Secondary School, Wesley High School, Portsmouth Secondary School, and the Convent High School were among secondary schools that topped this year's National Schools Arts Festival on Monday. The aforementioned schools claimed gold medals in the choral speech category of the competition, while the Goodwill Secondary School was awarded a silver medal and the Dominica Community High School received a bronze medal. 9 secondary schools participated in this year's event held at the Arawak House of Culture with performances in choral speech and choral music. In the choral music category, gold medals went to the St. Martin Secondary School, the Dominica Seventh-day Adventist, and the Convent High School, while silver medals went to the Pierre Charles Secondary and the Wesley High School. Bronze medals were awarded to the Dominica Community High School and the Portsmouth Secondary School. All schools, including the Pierre Charles Secondary and the Northeast Comprehensive, received participatory certificates. And a number of activities are on the cards as the National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU, observed this week as their inaugural Youth Week under the theme Wild About Saving. NCCU's Chief Executive Officer, Ilma Irish, said commendations must be given to the young members of the institution staff who worked tirelessly in organizing the activities for the week.
The objective is primarily to encourage young persons to save and also increase youth membership. We at the NCCU see the investing in the youth as the future success, not only of the credit union movement, but also the communities in which we live, and I dare say, Dominica. The youth are an important segment of the Dominica society who constantly seek more and exciting ways to do things, including accessing financial services.
Iris said the institution is delighted to be at the forefront in motivating individuals to begin saving at an early age. According to him, this week's activity will assist in building a generation of adults with better money management skills. Meanwhile, NCCU clerk Jade Romaine said the first event on the cards will take place on Tuesday, April 21st, in the form of a financial literacy seminar at the Public Service Union building aimed at students from schools based in Roseau.
On Wednesday the 22nd, we have our Media Day, where various staff members, young staff members of the NCCU, will visit the radio stations to provide information on NCCU's Youth Week, as well as further information on NCCU's services, and also to promote youth savings. And on Thursday, the 23rd of April, which is our big day, first we have a Dominica State College outreach, where we'll interact with the students of the Dominica State College between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. This will also be done with young staff members of the NCCU Limited. We will also have 2 very special presentations. One by Mrs. Veronica Evans Shillingford, our Human Resource Officer, tips for interviews and professional dress, and also the Protection of Employment Act, things students should know, by our HR/Industrial Relations Specialist, Mr. Arthur Smith.
At 5 p.m. also on Thursday, a panel discussion on amalgamation will take place at the NCCU's boardroom, to be followed by the institution's television show titled Talk That Talk on Mappin's Channel 5 from 8:30 p.m. The show will be hosted by Jade Romaine and Cedric Commodore and will focus on saving, budgeting, and entrepreneurship among youth. NCCU clerk Monique Jeffrey said in order to spark discussion among the youth about the importance of saving, 3 competitions were organized.
First of all, we had an art competition for primary schoolers under the theme of the week, Wild About Savings. And they were able, for the entries, they brought in their entries were on any medium, once it could fit on Manila size paper. And we had very good prizes. Our second competition we had was the youth account branding competition. Currently, our youth account is just a youth deposit account, so we wanted to give it a brand name. And so we invited high schoolers to come up with a brand name, a tagline, and a jingle of no more than 30 seconds for that account. And we invited them to send in the entries as groups or as individuals. Our third competition was for individuals ages 16 to 25. This one is an amateur photography and video competition, and we decided to do this one differently. We had it on Facebook. So the themes for this competition were 1, the art of membership, and 2, wild about savings. So the participants were able to send in 2 entries, 1 photo or 1 video, and it was not limited to any of the themes, so they could choose whichever theme they wanted of the 2. How they entered the competition, as I said, on Facebook.
Jeffrey said the various competitions saw an overwhelming influx of submissions. And in other stories, President of the 4-H Leaders Association, Sheba Bell, said the 5 finalists of the 7th annual local dinner plate competition held on Saturday exceeded the expectations with their creations. The 4-H local dinner plate competition is the brainchild of President Emeritus Dr. Nicholas J.O. Liverpool and organized in collaboration with the Office of the President. The finalists included the Dominica Grammar School 4-H Club, the Pierre Charles Secondary 4-H Club, the Isaiah Thomas Secondary 4-H Club, Northeastern Comprehensive Secondary 4-H Club, and the Portsmouth Secondary 4-H Club.
Apart from their culinary skills, this local dinner plate competition showcases so many skills: team building, communication, and time management, just to name a few. I can say with conviction that the 4-H program is making strides in an upward and forward direction. We do have to applaud all our 4-H club, both seniors and juniors, all our leaders, and all our volunteers.
The first place prize went to the Pierre Charles Secondary School for preparing grilled rosemary ranch chicken melee and garlic mashed potato delight.
And now we call the winners Pierre Charles Secondary School 4-H Club from the community of Grand Bay. First place winner of the 7th annual 4-H local dinner plate competition. Congratulations. I think they deserve this long 4-H clap. After 2, 1, 2. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
The school won $800, while the Northeast Comprehensive Secondary School, which placed second, received a cash prize of $600. The third place prize went to the Portsmouth Secondary School with $400. The Dominica Grammar School secured the 4th position and received a cash prize of $375, while 5th place, the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, received $350 and won the Dr. Liverpool's Choice the Club Award. The event creates opportunities for the senior 4-H clubites to develop their culinary skills and to sensitize the general public on the uses of local food items to promote economic sustainability. The competition involves the preparation of an original local dinner plate with a meat or fish dish and an accompaniment. Up next, Parenting Workshop takes aim at development of parenting and child care skills in Dominica, and Trinidad claims victory at the Nature Island Challenge for the 2nd consecutive year. More details when 767 News returns.
Let's see how easy it is to play Powerball and win. Simply select 4 numbers from 1 to 30 and a Power Pick number from 1 to 5, and that's it. You have just selected your winning numbers for Powerball, or just get a quick pick and let the machine select your lucky numbers for you. Remember, Powerball is drawn every Wednesday and Saturday from 9 p.m. Powerball from the Dominica National Lottery.
Be part of the excitement. Tune in to the Tiny Green Show every other Monday on Digicel Play TV, Channel 3. Thanks for staying with us. As an initiative to encourage the development of parenting and child care skills in Dominica, the My Child and I charity organization held a parenting workshop last Saturday at the Catebrew Secondary School. The My Child and I charity, which is an affiliate of the My Child and I TV show based in Barbados, is hosted and produced by Francine Charles. Charles hosted the parenting workshop, which catered to not only parents, but teachers and caregivers as well.
We started with the television program, I think mainly because this was my background. I was a journalist, I knew the media, and we sensed that this was a good way to get out to parents at in a large scale. So that's how we started. It was only after that, based on the response that we got from parents across the region, emails that we got asking us for help, that we realized that more work needed to be done, and therefore just a kind of a private TV show would not have been enough. And that's when we moved to having a charity foundation that would be able to look at some deeper stuff, work with parents on the ground in workshops, work at schools. The next step for us is definitely a program that allows us to go into the schools, where we're going to work, yes, with teachers, but also with young people, trying to break some cycles in terms of their own understanding of how a parent really should function. And so that's going to be a big one for us.
Marcia Graham, Director of Parent Education for Development in Barbados, Barbados, served as one of the main facilitators at the workshop. She said the workshop is directed at bringing a change in how parenting is done.
We want parents to understand that parenting is difficult, but we want to give them a set of practical strategies that they can use at home every day, Monday back to Monday. We want them to understand the developmental stages of their children. So we also want them to understand that they must be consistent. Whatever rules they've set in their home, they must be consistent in enforcing them. We want them also to show their children love by being patient with them. That means listening to them when they've got something to say, by toning their voices, by embracing them, by encouraging them, by speaking positively to them.
Austel Lockhart, coordinator of the Roving Caregivers Program in Dominica, said parenting programs are important to the development of both parent and child.
At the Roving Caregivers Program, one of the components of the project, besides the early childhood simulation, we provide parenting support and parenting education. We know that parents, they do not know it all. And it takes time and it takes some consistency to change a particular behavior, a particular style of parenting. So programs like these are with support, and I was very happy to come on board with the Ministry of Social Services and My Child and I charity.
Francine Charles is hoping that the parenting workshop will become an annual event throughout the Caribbean region. The Dominica State College's inaugural Science Week, held from April 13th to 17th, has been hailed as a resounding success. Head of the DSC's Science Department, Colleen Richards, during the week's prize-giving ceremony held on Friday, spoke to the fair's success. Richards said the week featured a professional day, a discussion on lupus, a curriculum vitae writing seminar, and a science fair.
I am so pleased with all of you, the students who participated. The other lecturers in other faculties were so enthralled. They kept coming to us and saying, oh my God, your students are so knowledgeable. The media was excited. Everybody, Jollies, who sponsored our entire day, the representatives came up to us to say, what a wonderful experience today has been. And again, it would not have been possible without you, the students, and with the lecturers who work tirelessly. As I keep saying, we're a small bunch, and we work together with our lab technicians ceaselessly, day after day, and we are so proud of what we've accomplished this week.
A number of students were also awarded in various fields of study for the exhibits during the science fair. The biology first year prize went to Kaylee Benjamin for her research on the topic mental illness, are men at risk? That prize was sponsored by the Ross University School of Medicine.
The students who won the biochemistry prize are the students who did the model of DNA. And these students are Decima Charles, Gina Fontaine, Marie Claret Ray, and Crystalline Edwards. Biochemistry winners in Decima Charles, Gina Fontaine, Marie Claret Ray, Crystalline Edwards.
The Chemistry First Year Prize, sponsored by Dr. Anne-Marie John Rose Brown and Ross University School of Medicine, went to the students who made glue from milk: Nicaste John Finn, Tyler Jones, and Bins Winston.
Second year chemistry will receive a prize sponsored by Ross University School of Medicine and a plaque sponsored by the Sign Man. And the second year chemistry students who won are the students who decided to do a replication of DNA model, replication and recombination of DNA candy model, and these students are Gordon Ray, Leanne Loda, Peaches Green, and Krisha Grumans.
Meanwhile, the Physics First Year Prize, sponsored by the Dominica Association of Professional Engineers, went to the students who created an elevator for a model titled the Physics City Mall.
Toja Vital, Kale Benjamin, Jabari Benjamin, and Diana Daniel.
The second year physics prize, sponsored by the Geothermal Project Development Unit, went to Nigel Williams, Patrick Roll, Dominic Green, and Michael Pemberton. In more news, plans to establish a Malaysian university on the island is on the cards for the government of Dominica. This pronouncement follows a recent trip to Asia, where officials, including President of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, sought to promote investment opportunities and discuss projects geared towards economic development on the island. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit made the statement during a radio show last Thursday as he stressed on the importance of education.
We've gone all over the world to get scholarships for students, whether it's in China, whether it's in Morocco, whether it's in France, whether it's in Australia, whether it's in Serbia, whether it's in Japan, Singapore. I've just came from Malaysia, where we negotiated scholarships for Dominican students, and we will be sending Dominican students to Malaysia. We have the president of the college has before him a proposed draft agreement between the Dominican State College and a university in Malaysia, hoping that we can. What we're seeking to do in negotiating is to see whether that university would open a campus in Dominica. They have several campuses in many African countries, and they have a campus in the United Kingdom. And we're seeking to see whether they will be able to open a campus here. It's a wonderful university.
Prime Minister Skerrit said his administration considers education a priority area, negotiating for scholarships on several of their dignitary visits to other nations.
We have revolutionized the tertiary level education system to the point where we have set the platform to be able to accommodate 100% of all high school graduates, providing that they earn the minimum requirements to enter into the tertiary institution. Today, as we speak, the enrollment level is over 87%. So from 7% to 87%, because we recognize that you could not build a modern economy. You could not address the serious challenges confronting Dominica if you do not have an educated or skilled population.
The Prime Minister said his administration has also invested heavily in early childhood education by providing grants and improving preschool facilities around the island. Prime Minister Skerrit added that soon Dominicans will recognize a heightened interest in technical vocational training by the government as they prepare to take a more practical approach to the subject.
Because if you're using the method of 25 years ago, somebody would be in problem, and that somebody would be the students. Understand? So we have to keep changing things, or we keep doing different things, and that's what people have to understand. So we are committed to our investments in education because we believe that we must prepare our Dominican students not only for the Dominica marketplace, but for the global marketplace. Our people must be able to first of all, take every single job that's available in Dominica and be able to compete regionally and globally for those jobs outside of Dominica.
Prime Minister Skerrit said he will continue to take a personal interest in educational programs in the interest of the people. And the Nature Island Challenge 3.0 has come to an end, with the Trinidad and Tobago white team emerging victorious. A total of 6 teams took part in this year's competition, coming from countries as far as the United States and Germany. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the Nature Island Challenge, CEO of DGA Colin Piper is hoping participants will bring back memories of their experience to their families and friends abroad.
I want to acknowledge all the partners, all the folks who certainly helped to keep you safe and secure on the trail, to keep you healthy. So to all our many partners, I want to say thank you very much. We appreciate your effort, and we look forward to working with you again next year. To all the participants, we hope that you will go back home and that you will spread the word of the wonderful time that you had in Dominica, and encourage your friends and your followers and all the folks that you are in contact with via social media to, when they consider a vacation, to consider Dominica.
Minister of Tourism and Urban Renewal, Honorable Senator Robert Tong, said this is an opportunity to showcase our island through the many experiences of the competitors.
The Nature Island Challenge truly presents a diversified avenue for us to showcase our many natural and cultural aspects of Dominica, especially through the challenges. Once again, we will give millions of viewers the opportunity to see a unique experience, which includes the Waitukubuli National Train and other many interesting places and sites that you went to. Through this event, the recently concluded Film Challenge, our Carnival, our Jazz and Creole, and of course our World Music Creole Festival, we are creating many varying options for persons to come to Dominica and to experience what we have to offer.
The victorious Trinidad and Tobago team received US $3,000 and a weekend for 2 at Fontaine Hotel for each team member. Second place Germany Red team received US $2,000 and the third place team USA Orange received US $1,000. The Nature Island Challenge is an annual event which attracts international participants to explore and experience the nature island of the Caribbean, Dominica. And that's it for local news.
I love family traditions, don't you? The fun you have when you're all together, preparing a meal that you'll all enjoy. Having the right kitchen appliances help bring it all together. And you can find them at Quartz. Appliances that give you more. Fridges that keep food fresher. Stoves that cook meals better. At Quartz, you get the world's best brands at the best prices. I love that, and you will too. For small and large kitchen appliances, Quartz, bringing value home.
Count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. For every $9 spent on Big 4, you get a raffle ticket to enter our weekly draws to win $4,000 cash every Thursday for 6 weeks. The more you spend, the more tickets you get, the better your chances of winning every Thursday. That's $24,000 in cash. So play Big 4, count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. Only from the Dominica National Lottery. Promotion starts from February 24th to April 2nd.
Now for a recap of tonight's headline stories. Dominica joins Venezuela in celebrating 205 years of independence. All-girls secondary schools dominate at the National School Arts Festival, and Team Trinidad claims victory at the Nature Island Challenge for the 2nd consecutive year. And that's all the time we have for now. Until tomorrow, drop us an email at media@767news.dm. Friend us on Facebook and be sure to like our 767 News page. From all of us on the 767 News production team, I'm Alicia George, wishing you a wonderful evening and thanks for watching.